You think Squid Game was just a Netflix show? Guess what? It wasn't. It was real. People in Korea actually played a life and death game years before you ever heard of red light and green light. And the craziest part, they didn't even know they were signing up to die. Yes, I said it. A real Squid Game. But here's a question you need to ask yourself. Was it a secret society pulling the strings? Or just the world's cruelest social experiment? Stick around, because by the end of this video you will either know the truth or you will never trust anything labeled as a game again. Now let's not get ahead of ourselves. I know you're thinking, this sounds too wild to be true. But isn't that what they want you to think? In this video, I will show you how a Squid Game wasn't just inspired by a real event. It might have been direct copy-paste from reality. And here's the kicker. If this could happen in Korea, what's stopping it from happening anywhere else? That's the kind of nightmare that we are going to dive into today. And trust me, the deeper you go, the harder it will be to go away. Okay, quick thought experiment. Imagine you're broke, like seriously broke, like me. No saving, no hope, nothing. Now someone gives you a card and says play this game and all your problem will go away. Would you do it? Now hold that thought, because here's what you don't know. In the late 90s, people in Korea didn't just answer that question, they lived it. And for the most of them, well, let's just say the price wasn't exactly worth the risk. So what happened? The 90s in Korea were brutal. A mysterious underground organization, they offered a deal. Play a series of games, and if you win, your debts are wiped clean. Sound familiar? Yeah, except this version, there were no safety nets, and definitely no sequel. But here's where it gets weird. Some survivors claim this game were run by real people in power, politicians, CEOs. And if you're thinking that can't be real, don't worry. I thought the same thing until I heard this. Some experts think it wasn't just a secret society. They believe it was a psychological experiment, a way to study human behavior under extreme pressure. Okay, you're maybe thinking, well, that's horrifying. It could never happen here, right? Wrong. Here's why. Every society have its breaking point, and when people are desperate enough, whether it's debt, poverty, or just plain hopelessness, they will do things that you can't imagine. Add a few rich psychopaths with too much free time and hunger for control, suddenly it's not so far-fetched, is it? But let's dig deeper. If this was a psychological experiment, why they were studying this? Some says it was about loyalty and trust and how far people would go to survive. Others says it was a twisted way to prove a point, that the human spirit is more fragile than we like to admit. And if you're wondering why would anyone care about that, here's the answer: control. If you know what makes people break, you know how to manipulate them. And that's, my friend, it's power. It's a power that no secret society or government will pass that. Let me tell you the actual evidence linking this game to real-life disappearance. People will vanish after taking shady job offers, only to turn out years later or not at all. And this weren't for poor people and people that are desperate for money. Some participants were recruited for entertainment purposes. Yeah, they weren't playing to survive. They were playing to amuse the wealthy. So what do you think? What is your opinion on that? Let me know in comments. And don't forget to hit subscribe, because if you think this was wild, wait until I tell you about the time billionaires start bidding on human cloning. Yeah, it's get weirder. Take care of yourself.